Hi guys, Amber here with St. Paul Dog Training Club, and we are going to review lesson 4 tonight. As you can see, I have Rogue. She's not quite a puppy, but we're going to work with her tonight. The first thing that I'm going to teach you guys is how to do the leave it command. The leave it command applies to all things in the future, so whether that be other dogs, food on the ground, other people, it's a universal command. So tonight what we're going to do is we're going to start with cookies in our hand. And this is a progression, but we're going to start with the dog seeing the cookies, and then I'm going to close my palm. Each dog is going to be a little bit different. In the beginning, you can use the word leave it. They're not going to understand what that word means, but you could say leave it. But what I like to do is give them a choice. What we want to make them think that this is their choice to get the cookie. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show her the cookies, and she wants it. And she knows this command. I'm going to close my palm, and I'm going to say leave it. Yes, good, leave it. Now, your puppy is not likely to do that. What's probably going to happen is that they're going to look at this and look at it and look at it and look at it, and your job is to either one, you can wait them out. As soon as they back away from the cookie, they get the cookie. If your dog is obsessive about this and they're not leaving it, you can give them a little bit of leash pressure back and say, leave it. As soon as this leash becomes loose, then they get the cookie, okay? So we're going to try this again. Rogue. Leave it. Yes. So I give her the cookie. She doesn't get the cookie from my hand. Okay, sit. The progression from there is having an open palm. So now I have 2 cookies, and instead of leaving it open, closed, I'm gonna open it. So I'm gonna say, Rogue, leave it. Good, leave it. Good, Rogue, leave it. Good. Okay. Then the next progression is going to be with the cookies on the ground away from the puppy, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to put the cookies there. If they were to go for the cookie, you would just block it and give a little bit of leash pressure back saying leave it. She knows the command, so I'm going to give her the cookie. I don't allow her to, leave it. Good. I don't allow her to get the cookie. I always pick up the cookie and give it to her. Good. Once you have that level mastered, then you can put it between their feet. Leave it. Good, leave it. If they were to go for it, you would just simply cover it up, no big deal. The next step after that is to put the cookies on the paws. This works on impulse control, so we're going to see if she can do it. Leave it. Good, leave it. The other reason you want to make sure that you pick up the cookie and give it to them, in the real world, if they were to go after a hamburger that was on the ground and you said okay, they would probably go get it. So we want to make sure that they know that leave it means leave it. They don't get the cookie unless you give them a cookie. Okay? Okay, the next command that we're going to work on is doing a recall. And a recall is when a dog is called to us and we want them to come. Real world experience, we want to make sure that our dog comes whenever we call them. So in the beginning, if we were actually in a classroom setting, I would hold your dog and you would go about 4 or 5 feet away. And when I would tell you to call your dog, Rogue, sit, wait. When I would tell you to call your dog, you would say your dog's name and come or here, and then you would have your cookie right in front of you. Because you want to make sure that when your dog comes, they know that when they come in, they come and sit right in front. Okay, so I'm gonna put Rogue over there. I'm gonna have her come. She has a wait command, but at home you would have somebody hold your dog in order for this to work. Okay, come here. So I'm gonna tell her to sit. I'm gonna say wait. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna say Rogue, come. Show the cookie. And in the beginning, you don't have to have a sit. A nice come right here is perfect. The other thing that I like to do is when a dog comes, as I say come, and then I grab the collar, and then I give the cookie. I want to get them used to having their collar grabbed, because if they're running around and you call them, and they come to you, you give the cookie, there's a very good chance they might run off again. So we want to make sure that we touch their collar, good collar, and then the cookie. Okay? Good job. Let's try that again. So we're going to set your puppy up with somebody. Wait is the command. Rogue, come. Show the cookie, collar, and cookie. Good job. Good girl. All right, the next command that we're going to teach is very similar to the leave it command. So you want to make sure that you space these two exercises apart in your training. What we're going to do is we're going to teach a touch command. And a touch command is nice for them to target something specific. So tonight they're going to target my hand, but in the future I wouldn't mind having them target something on the ground or target something on the wall or touch a cone. So there's progression for this. It's also a fun exercise and a lot of dogs begin to like doing it. But what we're going to do is we're going to start out, you can have a cookie in your hand. I don't necessarily always have a cookie to start, but we're going to use this to kind of gauge how quickly your dog picks this up. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a cookie, you're going to show your dog the cookie, and then what I like to do is just put my hand out away from me, not right by them, but away from me, and say touch. So I'm going to say, Rogue, touch, yes. So as soon as they touch, they get the cookie. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to try it without a cookie. If your dog struggles, you can use your alternate hand to kind of point and guide them to the hand you want them to touch. So I'm going to say, Rogue, touch, yes, good. Okay, if she would not have done that, I would have said touch and then pointed. Or I might have done touch and point at the same time. But the goal is to get them to do it without a cookie. Once you have them touching a specific hand, then you can start moving to another hand. So I'm going to say, Rogue, touch, yes, good. And then you can start to move to different heights. You can go lower, you can go between your legs, you can go a little higher. Touch, yes, touch. Good. Touch. Yes. Good. So you want to get good at it, have them target different heights and lows and in between your legs. Good girl. Okay, the last thing that we're going to do for tonight is we're going to teach the building rapport with your dog command. And what this is a great exercise to teach your dog that being on their side and being on their back is an okay position to be in. And part of the reason is because if they ever have to go to the vet, you want to make sure that they are comfortable if they have to have an x-ray, if they have to have an ultrasound. You just want to make sure that they have a comfort level with being on their back and on their side. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by being on the ground and you're going to ask your dog, your puppy, to come in between your legs. If your puppy does not ever want to get on its back, you can just have them lie down or hang out in this space. So all I'm going to do is kind of pet her in the beginning. You can lie down. And my word for this is calm, or good relax. And then what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can get them to get on their back and kind of have them in this kind of position. Good girl. You can have cookies for this. You can give lots of good pets. If they struggle and they don't want to be in the position, don't make them be in the position. Let them get up, but maybe just have them be calm and relaxed. Don't rub them excessively. Nice, gentle pets. So you want to have a dog that has no issues being on their back or on their side. Isn't that right? Okay, good job.